back. So we are currently sitting in front of my local Goodwill. I just had this urge this morning to come thrifting. So as soon as I got off work, I went home, changed, and the girls are with me right now. We're going to be doing some shopping. I really don't have anything in mind, but usually when I have this want to come and thrift, that's when I decide to come, and that is when I find, some good pieces. So the parking lot is a little empty, which doesn't worry me. It's just actually better because there's not a lot of people. So, the aisles are empty and I can take my time and I'm not in anybody's way. And then I'm not as shy because when there's people around, it makes me kind of nervous still, shopping around in front of everybody. But let's go ahead and go on in and see what we find today. So unfortunately, I have to do a voiceover. My Goodwill does tend to keep their music really loud. But I found this really nice spaghetti strap crop top shirt, which was really pretty. I like the detail of the zipper. Unfortunately, I don't tend to wear this type of very short crop tops. I like it to be a little bit longer, so I decided to put her back. And then I found this really pretty white turtleneck style shirt. Unfortunately, I didn't pick it up because I tend not to wear this style of shirt often. I just feel like when I'm wearing a turtleneck, I'm fidgeting way too much with the shirt and I'm just very uncomfortable with it. Even though I don't tend to wear pink very often, I still like to check because I never know what I can find. And right away, I came upon this really pretty, more lighter mauve pink color, which I thought was adorable. I love the detail on the collar. It was open, so I knew I wouldn't be fidgeting with it. Also, it was my size, and even though it was crop top, it was a lot longer. And I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. And then right away from there, I found this spaghetti strap shirt with the flower detail on the top. Even though I thought she was adorable, I knew I wasn't going to wear her because the fit was more open and boxy. And I just prefer a little tighter fit on my body. That's just my personal, preference. And then from here, I headed to the reds. It's another color I don't tend to wear very often, but every once in a while, I do find something that I like this vest right here, which I wasn't quite sure of the brand, but I really love the detail on the buttons. You guys know me and buttons. And what caught my attention is it had the button detail on the back, and I thought that was super adorable. Then right away after that, I found this tord shirt. I thought it was really pretty. I like the fabric. Unfortunately, I don't tend to wear this style of shirts because of the detail on the top. I just don't like how they look on me, so I prefer to just not wear them at all. And I am on the hunt for some ballerina shoes, but these right here are just old Ellie. Like back in the high school Ellie, I definitely would have worn these. I just thought they were adorable and I had to show you guys. And then from here, I headed over to the darker greens and browns. And I came upon this really pretty sweater shirt, which I thought was adorable. Even though it's boxy, I was like, I could use this to lounge around. And I was gonna put it back, but then I saw this shirt really quick and I was like, oh my gosh, it is so pretty. I love the shiny fabric of this and the details that it had. Unfortunately, it had the same detail on the collar like the Torrid shirt, and I knew I wasn't going to wear it often, so I just decided to put her back. I was in the hunt for what would you call it, staple pieces, because they're pieces that you can wear with a lot of different outfits. Unfortunately, I wasn't finding any with the style that I like on the top. Like this one was adorable, but again, I felt it was like way too high up on me and it would just look very odd. And you guys know me, I don't tend to wear a lot of things with, designs and all of that. But I still like to come and look just to see in case anything pops out at me. I found this chap's sweater shirt, I want to say, best style. It was really pretty, but I know I wouldn't wear it. And like I said, I did give it a go. I did search around. Unfortunately, I am not one to wear patterns very often. Like, is just not my thing. So I'm more of a solid color person. And yeah, unfortunately, again, didn't find anything. And then from here, I headed to the dresses. You guys know me. I love to wear dresses. So I have to check just in case anything else, pops out at me. And I did see this one dress. Other than that, I hadn't really found anything which I thought was adorable, and immediately I had to grab it and show you guys. But it was this baby pink dress with the little ruffles down at the bottom, which I thought was adorable. Not something I would wear, but I was like, let me show them really quick. And yeah, I think that was it in the dresses. And from here, I headed on to the jackets. I know I say I'm going to stay away from the jackets, and then every time I come back, but you just never know where you're going to find, especially right now, even though it's not winter. This is when people tend to like skip right over this section and leave the good things. Right away, I did find this really pretty faux leather jacket. It was super, super long, like knee length, and I just had visioned this with a lot of different dresses in the moment. Unfortunately, it was a size small, so I would not fit. And then right after I almost lost it, I found this linen blazer. You guys know I have been looking for one of these. However, as you can see, it was a size 20 and I knew for a fact it was not going to fit. So I just put her back. But I did not show you. I did try it on just to get it out of my system. And my girls thought it was funny because I was literally swimming in the blazer. But it is on my list. I will find it one day because this blazer, you could dress it up, down. Like there's so many things you could do with it. Unfortunately, my jeans shorts that I thrifted a while back unfortunately don't fit anymore, so I have been in the hunt for a new pair and I've had no luck. It's like really hard trying to find mid-thigh shorts but a certain fit as well. Like I don't want them super super tight, but I don't want them super super baggy either. So every time I come, I do tend to go through the shorts and see if anything catches my eye. Unfortunately, this day we had no luck with that. Can you guys believe I almost missed the skirt section? I could have kicked myself in the tush, but fortunately I did see it when I was leaving the home decor section and went straight to it. And luckily, because look at this beauty right here. I was freaking out. I saw this skirt on a fellow YouTuber's page one time and I thought it was gorgeous. So the fact that I found it at my local Goodwill, you should have seen me, but it is a size 12 and unfortunately I'm a size 8 and 10, but because it wasn't so far off my number, I was like, you know what, let me give it a try and see how it looks. And then right after, I found this beautiful skirt right here. For some reason, there was no tag on it, so I had no idea what size it was. I did know, however, it was way too big because it was bigger than my arm. So I knew it wasn't going to fit me, but the pattern on the skirt just spoke to me and I was like, I really need to get this skirt. So I continued looking just in case, since I was having so much good luck, I was like, you know what, let me continue looking through the skirts. From the pattern skirts, I moved on to like the one colored skirts, and I really wasn't on the hunt for anything special except my pleated skirt, like I always tell you guys. I saw some pieces but not something I would wear anymore. And when I was looking, I found a Rue 21 extra large skirt, denim skirt. I showed it to my daughter right away when I found it right here, and she was like, oh, that looks like it has potential. It didn't look so short, and as you guys know, I don't like short shorts or short skirts, so I was like, let me try it out and see what happens. And I put it in the cart. And then from here, we headed right over to the whites, and look at this beauty, everybody. Oh my gosh, I was freaking out. The material was really, really thick, so I knew it wasn't going to be see-through. Unfortunately, Yeah, there was so many stains on this skirt. I was like, I wasn't sure if they're gonna come out. They were everywhere. The more I looked on the skirt, the more things I found. Hey guys, it's another day. So after our thrift trip, I found something for my brother and his girlfriend. They're getting a new house, so anything that I can help out with is awesome. And it's funny because they had been at the Goodwill before I went, so they had seen the exact same table I sent him, and I had a $5 off coupon, so I got it and only got the table for $2. So I was super excited I could help them out, but because it was so big and heavy, I had to figure out how I was gonna stuff this thing in my car, and so it was a whole ordeal afterwards. But I did find 3 pieces that I really liked while we were there, even though I found a lot of other pieces that I really like, and unfortunately they didn't fit. So because I have such a little tiny haul for you guys, we're gonna do a like what I found but didn't end up picking up and why. So let's go ahead and do that first, and then I'll show you the pieces that I ended up getting. We're going to start off with the Rue 21 skirt. Unfortunately, it was a little too short for my liking, and I had to leave her behind. Then from here, I did try on the sweater shirt. Unfortunately, just like I knew, it was a little too boxy even for lounging. I just didn't like the fit for me. This shirt, even though it was perfect size and the collar and everything, the color just washed me out too much. And I did try on the vest. Unfortunately, she was way too big, and I still don't know how to alter very well, so yeah, had to let her go. And then unfortunately, my beautiful skirt that I found, which I fell in love, even though it was everything I wanted and more, she was too big and there was no way of saving her or making her smaller, so I had to leave her behind. So those are the pieces that I ended up leaving behind. I was super sad about the skirt. Like, it's so crazy that I found that skirt in my Goodwill because I have been looking for a skirt like that. You guys know I've been telling you. And the fact that I found it in a pattern I had seen somewhere else was crazy. Unfortunately, I tried to look onto the skirt and there was no way I could like fix it and make it still, you know, work. So I just had to leave it behind. But yeah, so we're gonna move on with the stuff that I actually ended up picking up. We're gonna start off with the home decor because I found one piece, and it's this right here. As you guys know, as you guys know, I really love vases, unique style of vases. Every time I go like this, it echoes. But I thought this was adorable. I love the shape of it. I love the little, I don't know if it is bringing it up, but the detail on the vase is super adorable. And then this vase was made in Thailand, which was awesome. And everything I picked up this day was super funny, was the sale color. So it was $6.99 with 40% off. I think I got this vase for like $3 something. So that was not bad. I was super happy. I'm not in love with the color. I think I want to make it just a little bit darker, so I'm thinking of like a darker green maybe, but I don't know. I'm going to play around with it around my house and see where she looks good at, and then decide if I want to change the color or not, because I love the texture. Just the color is not my favorite, so we shall see what happens. But yeah, my first piece of clothing that I found, I know I showed it to you guys while we were thrifting, but it's this beautiful skirt right here. As you can see, or you can barely see actually, it has a slit right here. However, she is way too big for me, and the funny part is that there is no like what brand, what size, there's nothing. So I don't know if somebody made this and just ended up, you know, giving it away, but I love it. I honestly really love the pattern and the design of the skirt, and hopefully one day I learn how to sew with my sewing machine, and this is going to be my first project because it is adorable. It is beautiful. I love the pattern, this flower pattern detail. Like, I could dress this up, dress this down, tennis shoe, flip-flops, high heels, like so many options with this skirt. But yeah, and also she was also a green tag, so I got her on discount. I don't know if you can barely see that, but yeah. So I was super happy about that, so I picked it up. Like I said, she is a lot bigger than my size, but hopefully I'm able to, you know, make it my size once I learn, and I'm gonna be super happy if I get this right, because I need it to be like at least this big. You literally have like almost a handful of extra fabric. So yeah, I could even make like a little scrunchy thing with the extra fabric. But anyways, yeah, I love this. And for the last piece, I actually didn't get this on camera because it was like just a random find when I was looking through the dresses. Actually, it was like, okay, I didn't find anything. It was about to give up when I came upon this really pretty black strap dress. It actually has like a little crisscross in the back, which is adorable. But not only was this in my size, but I thought it was really unique. I don't know if you can see it here while I'm showing you, but it has a bunch of little ruffled details. And then all the way down at the bottom, it has a slit. So I didn't notice that when I grabbed the dress, and when I tried it on, it fit me like a glove. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't really loved a dress like this one in a long time. Just the way it looks and it just framed my body was amazing. And so I'm super happy I found this because I can't wait to wear this out. I don't know when exactly, but one day I'll have an excuse to wear this dress. But very adorable, very delicate, you know, the straps. And I just love, like I said, the cross detail on the back. Gorgeous. All right, everybody, and that is it for our little miniature haul. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm super excited with the pieces that I found. I can't believe I found them, and I cannot wait to be able to fix this one day. And like I said, the day that I learn to sew, I am going to be going crazy. Like the things that don't fit, I might end up buying them just so I can fix them, because yeah, there's so many things you could do. And yeah, but I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I will see you guys all in our next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.